Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez doesn't just talk the talk, she walks the walk. And she proved her level of leadership recently when she tweeted this: "Leadership starts with our choices. That's why I decided that no one on my staff will make less than $52,000 a year. It's likely one of the highest entry-level salaries on the Hill. We pinch pennies elsewhere, but it's worth every dime to pay a living wage." Now understand that each representative gets a certain amount of money allocated to them, and then they make decisions on how they pay their staffers. And so she's decided, I want to pay a living wage. I want to make sure that I practice what I preach. And what's hilarious is oftentimes when you have someone on the left who fights for income and wealth equality, those at Fox News will be like, oh yeah, well what about the lifestyle of this lawmaker? What's he or she doing? What kind of a car is he or she driving? But it doesn't matter, because even if they do carry out what they preach, Fox News will criticize them anyway. Case in point, here's Pete Hegseth going after AOC on this very policy.
Every Capitol Hill office has a limited amount of money to pay their staff, right? So you have to decide how to allocate it. She said, everyone in my office will pay a living wage. So I'm gonna pay $15 an hour, which means your entry-level intern is making 52 grand, while your chief of staff, who is a very important role in a congressional office, now is capped at 80. It's actually socialism and communism on display.
No, okay, no, it's not.
It's not. And by the way, she's paying her interns $15 an hour, right? And her staffers, entry-level staffers, will get at least $52,000 a year. But like, I don't understand what the issue is here. Like, so do you want to fill that in for me?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of things that he said that were completely wrong. Of course, he works at Fox News. So he's never bothered doing the math on $15 an hour because they don't know anybody who makes 15. They don't know anyone who makes minimum wage, and federal minimum wage is $7.25. So it's $15 is about $31,000 for the whole year if you work a full year, okay? It's not $52,000, as Anna correctly pointed out. The staffers make $52,000 at an entry level. So he's not right about that. Second of all, this has nothing to do with socialism or communism. This is a decision that a manager of the office, in this case, the Congresswoman herself, is making about how to allocate money within the office. What does that have to do with communism or socialism? She's not dictating it for anyone else. She's just managing her office. And so if you say you don't agree with that decision, you'd rather pay your chief of staff more, okay, then you go run for Congress and you can pay your chief of staff whatever you like, okay? But you didn't win that seat, she won that seat. Now, if you, first of all, so the idea of it being socialist or communist, it's just 100% wrong and of course stupid. So he obviously doesn't understand what socialism or communism means at all. It's just, he's like, some people are being paid decent. I don't like that, that's socialism. Why is everybody actually getting a decent wage?
No.
Right, meathead that Hegseth is.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
They want to criticize her no matter what, right? So I guarantee that if she didn't do something like this, or if she, like, I mean, she gets criticized for wearing a normal blazer because conservatives think that the blazer is too nice. So they'll argue that she's not practicing what she preaches. And then here's a very specific example of how she cares about ensuring that everyone on her staff gets a living wage, and they'll turn around and be like, we don't agree with it, this is terrible, this is communism, this is socialism and communism and Marxism and this, and they'll like mention every word that triggers their audience.
So what business is it of yours? The main person who should be concerned, if anyone was going to be concerned, is her chief of staff. Now, if you watch the Young Turks, you know who her chief of staff is. It's Shoykat Chakrabarti. He is one of the founders of the Justice Democrats. What you might not know is when he ran Justice Democrats as the executive director for about 2 years, he took no salary at all. So in a lot of ways, he's an American hero. So the fact, so did you ask Shoykat? Does he mind getting 80,000 instead of 152,000? No, he doesn't mind. He's taking that salary. He's part of that decision-making process, presumably. So she's not having trouble retaining an excellent chief of staff. By the way, also helped to run her campaign and did that legendary upset victory. So incredibly good talent, retained at that price, and you pay everyone else a decent wage. So where's the issue? It's just Fox News as Anna pointed out, who's like, I can't stand it. Rich should get richer. It doesn't matter, right?
Right.
So just go ahead and take a long walk off a short dock.
Yeah, that would be nice. So one more video at the expense of going a little long on this story. I think it's important to bring up some more of Hegseth's points or non-points, and we'll rip them. We'll dunk on him after. Take a look.
I'm told members of Congress, she makes $174,000 as a congresswoman. She should probably redistribute some of that. Will you share some of that money, Ms. Congresswoman, with the rest of your staff who's not making as much as you?
It's not like she earned the money, she's just redistributing it.
But I don't know what that means.
Okay,
How did she not earn it?
Hold on, no. Okay, so then can we apply that logic to all the other lawmakers, including the right-wing nutjob lawmakers that you guys are in favor of? Are you gonna argue that they didn't earn that money? She's a lawmaker. She is getting paid a salary for being a lawmaker. Besides which, she's made it abundantly clear, hey, we get a set amount of money in our budget, and we are going to ensure that with that money, everyone's gonna get paid at least a living wage. So you don't know what she's gonna take as a salary, and either way, if she took that full amount, she is a congresswoman who is getting paid the same salary as every other member of Congress.
This is just my opinion, but hell no. She's a congresswoman like every other congressperson is, and there's no reason why she should take a lower salary. And this is what the right wing does, and this is why I say hell no. I'm not going to get influenced by right wing propaganda. So they'll say, well, Al Gore wants to help, fix climate change. So why does he not live in a cave? You have to live in a cave, Al Gore. You must live in a cave. Otherwise, no, it's not fair. You flew somewhere, but he actually offsets that and with other savings that he does. I don't care. He's not allowed to fly. Okay, wealthy people, every once in a while they'll donate to a good cause. They're like, well, why didn't you give away all of your money? But your donors, the Koch brothers, the Mercers, are doing it only for their financial interest. Sheldon Adelson got billions of dollars in tax breaks. So did the Koch brothers, so did the Waltons. They all did it for their greed. And you said, oh, that's awesome. Yes, greed is awesome, right? But you wanna help someone? No, you have to give away every single dollar. Every single dollar, otherwise it doesn't count. And what drives me crazy is that some people will fall for it. They'll be like, oh yeah, why isn't she a beggar on the street?
So stupid.
So dumb. Why? No, I do not agree to two different sets of rules for people. Everyone in our office is thrilled to be working at that office. They don't need to denigrate Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez unilaterally in order to feel good about that. And if they don't like working at that office, they wouldn't work there. But everyone, as far as anyone can tell, is totally thrilled to be there. So the nerve of Fox News to say only Ocasio-Cortez should be paid less than every other congressperson, and I will tell her how she should distribute the money in her office because of my privilege.
Please.
Once again, meet a short dock, and I hope you take a very, very long walk. Hegseth is the definition of a meathead. Like what you see? Click the subscribe button below, and don't forget to ring the bell to never miss another video from the Young Turks.